We are live. Fuck, that was cringy. Okay, welcome back. The big board, day 4. Jiri here. Every day, tune in. That's what's up. We're already in a drafts. I will add this screen. I'm trying to share the whole screen this time. That probably looks a little trippy, but I think we look good now. I think we're good now. So let's see. What pick did we get? Pick 10. I joined this draft right before I oh I joined this draft right before I started the stream and was the last one. So didn't have to wait at all. Pick number 10. I haven't been on this side of the board yet. I've had the front half of the board in every draft that I've done. So this will be a nice change. And my biased Lions fan would like to get Amon-Ra St. Brown, without a doubt. James Cook is a first round pick. Like, it makes sense, but just so many question marks in Buffalo. I guess, like, Joe Brady has become the new head coach, so not much really changed with the offense. Expect James Cook to still get utilized. I was a little disappointed with how he was used in the receiving game. For such a guy who's so talented catching the ball, they didn't use him much unless they were just absolutely desperate. So that's one thing I would like to see change next year with James Cook. And if he does get used in the receiving game more, then it's a very, very viable pick. Even then, like, he's just good. And the Bills are a running team. I do expect them to draft a receiver fairly high in the draft, but that won't affect James Cook. Devon Achane, I can't do it in the first round. I can't do it in the first round. Uber talented, but the Dolphins just seem like an absolute dumpster fire. With that, like, they just don't seem good. So I'm going to be trying to get St. Brown or probably James Cook right here. Sipping on some coffee. CeeDee Lamb at 7. I do expect George Pickens to return to Dallas. That would make sense to me. I mean, he played so well. He's going to want to get paid, though. He's going to want to be in the 30 mil range for sure. And we know how Jerry Jones does it. He just likes to make things last all offseason and do it last minute, even if it means he has to pay more. Okay, we're going to get our guy, St. Brown, first draft with him. Clearly, I'm a huge Lions fan. I'm a delusional optimist Lions fan. And I'm more than happy to take St. Brown at pick 10. Some people might get bored by it because he's Mr. Consistent, but you can't go wrong. I think he gets unnecessary shade for not being this flashy guy or getting big plays, but dude gets touchdowns. Dude gets long receptions. You know, just because he doesn't play on the outside and he's not 6'8" doesn't mean he doesn't ball out. You know what I mean? Okay, what you doing here? Malik Neighbors at the turn. I do expect Malik Neighbors to be healthy to start the year. He got hurt pretty early. Even though he had a pretty bad knee injury, he is young. Not Tony. Malik Neighbors, Justin Jefferson. Saquon goes. Trey McBride's a great value pick. I'm just going to take Gene T here because I want a running back. The running backs in the later rounds in these drafts just don't seem that good. They do not feel that good. And tight ends, we can get tight ends. Even though Trey McBride is just a difference maker, especially if he's going to actually score touchdowns. Went from getting 3 touchdowns 3 touchdowns was his highest in his first 3 years to 11, it would make sense to expect some regression there, but Kyler, I don't really expect to be playing for the Cardinals. He might just be their backup, he might get traded. I don't know what his dead cap would be in that situation, but Jacoby Brissett just outplayed him, even though he didn't win a single game. Um, Kyler just fell off a cliff, and he's a guy who I had higher expectations for last year. I drafted him quite a bit, thinking that he was gonna run more. The coach was talking about him running more, he was talking about using his legs more, but that just didn't happen. Jeremiah Love, if he goes to the Chiefs, that seems like it's probably a pretty good pick. You know, we have to expect the Chiefs to bounce back next year. We just have to. Assuming Mahomes is healthy, but Mahomes is an absolute psychopath. And so that's what I would expect. Chris Olave at the turn, Rashi Rice. I don't know what's going to happen with Rashi Rice, man. Like, there was a report about some domestic violence incident, and we haven't heard anything about it since. We've also seen the league kind of sweep that under the rug in some situations, which is pretty tragic, to be honest, because like that's horrible. And Rashee Rice just seems like a horrible human, in my opinion, with his driving incidents, domestic violence allegations, and who knows what else we don't know about. But talent wise, dude's talented, unfortunately. AJ Brown in the third round feels good. Just a guy that can get 30 points in a week. T. Higgins as well. T. Higgins late in the third feels good. I would like to get Kenneth Walker right here. Give him to me. Give me the K9. And he got taken. Yeah, I need another running back. Kyron just is so boring, man. ETN, I don't know if I can get behind. Let's just take an upside swing in Brees Hall. Brees Hall, he can get big games. The Jets were an absolute dumpster fire last year. He is a free agent, but I do expect him to return to the Jets either on a franchise tag or a very, very expensive extension. Because if he's going to stay in New York and sign a long-term deal, he's going to have to get paid. Next pick, I would like to get Lab McConkey. Lab McConkey in the fourth round just feels really, really good to me. Had a down year, and if he stays healthy, I think would be an absolute smash in the fourth round, especially with Mike McDaniel scheming him up. But that's what Not Tony thinks as well. Maybe I should have just drafted the receiver. I kind of expected these running backs to get taken, but that didn't happen. And if Kyron's there, I'll probably just take him. Yeah, why not? Let's go. Let's get Kyron. Even though Blake Corum got used quite a bit, Kyron is still the 1A for sure. And I haven't had a start like this before. And getting 3 running backs in rounds 2, 3, 4, when we have Amon-Ra St. Brown, Mr. Consistent, we expect him to hit our lineup 90% of weeks. When we are starting 3 wide receivers, when we get these 3 running backs too, we're kind of expecting these guys to hit our lineup 90% of weeks as well. And then St. Brown hitting our lineup, we would only need 2 other guys to spike into it. Whereas if I started with someone like Justin Jefferson, for example, who last year has shown to be very, very inconsistent. I wouldn't feel as good about that because I wouldn't expect him to start every single game with JJ McCarthy throwing him the ball. I also hate the Vikings, though. The Vikings are my most hated team as a Lions fan. The tier list goes I hate the Vikings the most, then the Packers, then the Bears, because we beat the Bears. And, a lot of Lions fans hate Ben Johnson for going to the Bears, but he is still an extension of the Lions. So, in a way, his success is our success. If anyone's going to have success in that division outside of the Lions. Kind of similar to Stafford going to the Rams. I was really happy to see him win a Super Bowl in his first year off the Lions. Just shows how talented he really is and how much the Lions really sucked. And I was cheering for him this year too. I wanted them to beat Seattle. I wanted them to get to another Super Bowl and cement that Hall of Fame resume. Jaden Daniels at pick 48. Wow, I got him at the opposite turn in the last draft I did, actually. When I was picking at pick 1 and I got Bijan, I think I got Jaden Daniels here at 72, 73. He's someone that I would definitely expect to rise as the season goes on. And a lot of these Patrick Mahomes, okay, you just don't know what you're doing. You are drafting purely off name value, and I'm here for it. Welcome to the draft, buddy. Can I zoom out a little bit? Yeah. Is that too much? Let's go one more in. That feels good. See a little more of the draft board. Can I hide this bar as well? No one's watching anyways, so I'll figure that out off stream, probably. So it doesn't show all the time. Oh. Whatever. We'll leave that. No one's watching anyways. It's not like it really matters. Jordan Tyson goes. We have Carnell Tate. The Lemon's down here. The Lemon was the first receiver off the board for Daniel Jeremiah in his first official mock draft over Tyson, who went in like the middle of the draft. Carnell or Cardell? Carnell Tate also went high. I'm just going to take the Lemon. I kind of like him. Getting a rookie as our second receiver, maybe not the best, but we've just seen as time goes on and we learn more about these guys, people get more excited, they get more confident in drafting them, and they just rise up draft boards. Romo Dunze gets taken. This is a weird range now. I need another receiver, and it's probably going to be DK Metcalf. DK didn't have the best year last year, but he's also got a new head coach in Mike McCarthy, who is an offensive-minded guy, and we've seen his wide receiver ones perform well on the team that he has coached in the past. DK also got suspended a couple games. I could see Aaron Rodgers coming back for one more shot, especially with Big Mike. Yeah, when it comes to DK Metcalf, Alec Pierce, Michael Wilson, Mike Evans, I think it's a pretty easy decision. Quinshawn Judkins, I don't feel good about. Undergoes successful surgery. He had a gruesome injury, though, like right ankle and fibula fracture. Like, I would expect him to come back from that, but the Browns are just such a dumpster fire. They hired Todd Monken as their head coach today. Offensive coordinator for the Ravens, had a lot of negative reviews. especially this past year. If he's healthy, you would expect him to be the guy, but as the season went on last year, he didn't play that great. Like, he came onto the scene strong, was looking like an absolute stud, but then just fell off pretty hard. Still want to be able to hide this. Task manager, what's that? Um, I get distracted. I'll do that later. Off stream. Even though no one's watching. That's okay. I'm having fun. I'm doing this for myself. Kyle Pitts goes. Seeing him start to fall more and more. Kyle Pitts was going in the 4th or 5th round earlier in these drafts, and we've seen him fall and fall and fall. So I don't mind that. This is a nice start. I like this start. The Lemon's a big question mark. It'll be really interesting to see what team he ends up going to and where he goes in the draft. If he is the first receiver off the board and goes in the top 10, then he's probably going to end up shooting up to the 4th round pretty easily. We saw that happen with Tedaratoa McMillan. After he went pick 8, he just shot right up. And I think was even going in the 3rd round sometimes too. Jalen Hurts feels like a pretty good value for someone who can just get rushing touchdowns and whose entire offense was just ass last year. Kevin Patullo is gone. Okay, pick 82. Ricky Pearsall feels like a good pick. I was big on Ricky Pearsall last year. He just had injuries. If he didn't get hurt, he would have absolutely smashed. Parker Washington, I don't feel that great about, even though he came on really strong. He had a total breakout year, even in the playoffs. But that wide receiver room is just very crowded. It'll be interesting to see how Travis Hunter gets utilized when he's back healthy next year. There's reports that he's going to be used more on defense, but still going to get his offensive snaps, still going to get schemed up, and has breakout game before getting injured in practice. Bashal Tootin, I still don't understand why he's going there. Why is Bashal Tootin there? Like, I get Travis Etienne as a free agent, but I expect him back on the team personally. And here I'm probably going to go with an upside swing and get DJ Moore. I think DJ Moore is the pick right here. If he's on the Bears, he can still get big games. When he's going in the 8th round, just feels like a good pick. So we got our 3 running backs in rounds 2, 3, 4, and then just smashed receiver to get 5. And that feels good. We're almost certainly getting 3 quarterbacks and 3 tight ends on this team as well. If Brock Purdy comes back to us, that would feel really nice to pair up with Ricky Pearsall. We saw when he was healthy, he was a stud, absolute stud this past year. He's going at pick 105 right now, ADP, and we are pick 106. So that would be nice if he comes back to us. I'd feel good about that. Who else might we be looking at? Woody Marks is someone I still just like. I just like Woody Marks. Dallas Goedert, I think he peaked last year. Like, he got 11 touchdowns and less than 600 yards. That feels like pretty clear regression this next year to me. And he's a free agent. He's clearly very valuable to the Eagles, but can they afford him? Like, they have a lot of expensive players. And I know A.J. Brown's been whining. He wants out of there. but he's on a very expensive contract too. And with that, it's going to come dead cap money. And I don't know if the Eagles are going to be willing to pay that. They want to hold on to their studs. I might do 2 drafts today. I might do 1. I'm not quite sure. We'll see what time we finish and how much time I have. Sam Laporte in the 9th round. Give me that all day. Wow, this guy is going. Wow, you overdid yourself at quarterback, buddy. And this is a little too balanced for me, for my liking. I don't think I've started draft 0350 yet. So I like that. And I like how this one's turning out too. Getting DK Metcalf, Aaron Rodgers in the last round, round 20, feels like a good dart throw to me. Because if he's back, he's going to get some points some weeks. And that's valuable, especially when we are drafting in January. Dalton Kincaid goes. I still need to do more research on some of these rookies. Like these rookie running backs, Price, Coleman, all these guys that go later too. It's still really early, so I have time. But that's where you make your money. Getting these rookies right. Because they're the most unpredictable. They're either going to win you or lose. Really? You took Brock Purdy from me, man? That's so lame. Okay. Do I want to get another running back or do I want to get Gadsden? I can smash tight end later. Let's just get another running back and feel solid about it. I could even just stop at 4 if I wanted to. Like, I wouldn't hate just having these 4. I'm going to go with Goff with our next pick. Hopefully the guy who drafted JMO doesn't take him. Where did JMO get taken? By this guy. So hopefully he doesn't take Goff from me. If he does, who would I take? Because I would kind of want to get a quarterback now. I might just take Love and try and backstack him later if I can. I don't even know if there's someone available to backstack him with. Okay, he doesn't take Goff. I'll take Jared Goff. Lions, homer pick, and I have no problem with that. No problem whatsoever. My kitty Dan is just hanging in the corner. Dan, named after Dan Campbell. He's the best. He's the sweetest little kitty. Jalen Coker. I wonder if they're going to bring in competition. He's absolutely surpassed Xavier Legette in the depth chart now. And Legette just, I don't know, man. Legette's done. He looked so slow last year and so stiff. Still like a better athlete than I could ever be, I'm sure. But as far as the NFL standards goes, not good enough. And he's pretty old too, I think, for someone who's only been in the league for 2 years. Okay, who else could we look at as far as quarterbacks go? Baker's always a good pick, like just value. And we can stack him with Jalen McMillan later, who I've seen fall to like the 160s, 170s almost. Mendoza is a pick that we can get. I like backstacking him with Trey Tucker, who's just a big play guy. We've seen him get long touchdowns, and that was with Geno Smith throwing him the ball. So Fernando Mendoza, you'd just expect to be better. Can also just shoot for the rookie tight end, Kenyon Sadiq. Seems like he's going to go in the first round. And we've just seen these rookie tight ends in the first round lately smash. Like, pretty simply. They've just been good. These guys both have tight ends. This guy doesn't have a quarterback yet. So I'd probably, if these two are available, go Baker first and then push for Mr. Sadiq. Jaden Higgins, 125. I like that value. I like that value. Baker goes. We didn't need Baker. Give me Sadiq. Nice. I'll take him. Why not? If Jay Ferg is there too, I might just take Ferguson. Get another tight end. Like Jake Ferguson in the first half of the year was an absolute stud and then just completely fell off. But someone who's going to get targets, touchdowns, good value in the 12th round. I will take him over George Kittle any day. I can't take George Kittle, man. Like there's always so much optimism with these guys at this point in the year coming back from injuries. You saw it with Ayuk and Godwin. Oh, they'll be ready for training camp week 1 without a doubt, but never happens. Ayuk didn't even play last year. Chris Godwin actually came back earlier than I expected, but still like did not perform very well. Yeah, Ferguson seems like the pick here. Get more balanced. So we started very heavy running back, very heavy receiver, and now we're just filling it out with upside tight end and good floor tight end. That feels good. Jared Goff, not the flashiest name, doesn't run the ball, but he gets big games. He's going to have some 5 touchdown games. He's going to have some 350-yard games. And paired with Amon-Ra St. Brown, if he gets 150 yards and 2 touchdowns, they could get 60 points combined. And if that happens week 17, then we're making a lot of money. We are definitely going to need to look more at quarterback, and it's starting to get pretty thin. So I'm going to be crossing my fingers for Mr. Mendoza, and he just goes. Is this the Brock Bowers team? It is. Okay, let's take a look. Bryce Young, can we backstack him at all? They might take a rookie receiver, so that's an option. Gosh, quarterback falls off hard. People are so horny for quarterbacks at this point in the year because everyone wants 3. Especially in these 20-round drafts, everyone wants 3 quarterbacks. And I definitely do as well. Like if Bryce Young's there, I'm just going to take him because we know he's going to be the starter. And might be able to stack him with a tight end. But nope. That's gone too. I don't know if I can draft Kyler, man. I guess I would take CJ Stroud, get some just team correlation when we have Woody Marks. But CJ Stroud's just gross, dude. Like, is he even going to be the starter for all of next year if he just sucks? I think their offensive line is partially to blame, but when you look at how they played against New England, like he just made some bad throws and bad decisions. Had some passes go off his receiver's hands too, which obviously is not his fault, but just ends up in that situation, you know? Tyreek Hill, I can't do it this year. For a guy who relies on his speed, even though, like, yeah, 150, sure, there's not much risk and there is a lot of upside, especially if he's healthy for week 16. And he got hurt pretty early in the year, but in his 30s, gruesome injury, doesn't feel great. Oh, gosh. I mean, I can take Cam Ward. I can take Cam Ward, and I can definitely backstack Cam Ward. I might even just go with both of these guys because the running backs here don't feel too great to me. And we can get more receivers later. So I think I might just go boring at quarterback. And then if we stop at these 4 running backs and just – because, I mean, like, Kyron's solid. Brees Hall's solid. GT's solid. Okay, this guy takes Cam Ward anyways. as his third. So scratch that. Um, Maybe I just take Kyler and hope he plays next year for whatever team he might be on. Or Jacoby Brissett later on, assuming he just goes to or keeps playing for the Cardinals because he played well. There goes Kyler. Ew, dude. This range is disgusting. Do I just take another tight end? Like, Juwan Johnson's just good. Sure. Travis Kelce down the board. You know, it sounds like he's going to come back for another year. So at pick 188, that's probably a really good value, actually, going this late with the uncertainty. I'm just going to take Juwan Johnson, though, because now I feel good about this tight end room, and we can definitely stop at 3 tight ends. 3 tight ends is really all you want to take anyways, unless you're taking 4 with your very last 4 picks. But we got rookie upside, we got high floor Jake Ferguson, and we got spike week potential in Juwan Johnson, who showed good chemistry with Tyler Suge Knight. Now, we still need another quarterback. If we get Aaron Rodgers, like Goff, Stroud, Rodgers just feels so gross. But it might be what we're stuck with. I don't know if I can take Daniel Jones coming off an Achilles injury. JJ McCarthy's going to start and he runs the ball. So that might be the selection there. We just have no one to stack with Jacoby Brissett, assuming he starts in Arizona. But he played well. Like, he just played well. There's some of these receivers that I like down the board too. Like, Trey Harris feels like a good pick to me. Alec Ayamanar feels like a good pick to me. Shimray DK feels like a good pick. If Tank Dell falls to us, GM optimistic regarding return. I don't like the word optimistic. I feel like you should know. Houston General Manager Nick Caserio said Wednesday that he expects Dell to be available in offseason activities. Caserio acknowledged that his team will have a better idea where Dell stands from his recovery from the pair of surgeries he underwent in 2025 to address a major left knee injury once he got on the field during OTAs. The GM's comments echo those. Oh, he just got taken anyways. Echo those head coach D'Amico Ryans, who told Sam Warren of the Houston Chronicle on Tuesday that Dell pushed hard to return towards the end of the past season. Dell's return should bolster the offense that was often out of sync in 2025, though it's fair to wonder if the fourth-year wideout's explosiveness might be compromised to some degree coming off the surgery. That makes sense. Maybe I'll take Tesla. Get a double stack with Goff. Although I'd probably take JJ ahead, considering I know this guy is Justin Jefferson. So JJ McCarthy's definitely not coming back to us. And we can try and pair him with Jalen Naylor later, who had some games. Now we have our third quarterback, and I feel better about JJ McCarthy starting than I do Aaron Rodgers. Where's Jalen Naylor even go? 236. So getting Jalen Naylor probably as like a 9th wide receiver wouldn't feel bad. If Tesla is there, I'll take him. Pair up with Jared Goff once again. Trey Tucker, like I mentioned, feels like a good pick. If I'm going to draft another running back, I can push it another turn. Yeah, I was big on Braylon Allen when he was going around this range last year, but he also plays for the Jets. And we have Brees Hall, assuming Brees Hall goes back to the Jets. Torrey Horton goes, so yeah, I'll take Isaac Tesla. In his second year, you'd expect him to get used a little more, maybe. And dude gets touchdowns. So I think he had like 6 touchdowns as a rookie. His first like 2 catches went for touchdowns. Dude is big, bigger than you think. He's like 6'4", like 15, 220, something like that. Dude's a big guy. New offensive coordinator. It'll be really interesting to see the Lions offense next year. I hope it bounces back. I really do. And I expect it to. I expect it to. They hired Drew Petzing, the Arizona Cardinals offensive coordinator. And you could say, yeah, the Cardinals were absolute trash. But is that really his fault? Like their running backs were non-existent. They were on like their 5th string running back. Their quarterback play was pretty horrendous with Kyler Murray, and you saw it get a lot better with Jacoby Brissett. And Jared Goff and Jacoby Brissett, similar archetype players, but Goff obviously more talented and a better player. Like you saw Trey McBride, he's the best tight end in the league. Now you have Sam Laporta, who's really good. Yeah, maybe I could have pushed for tight end because Kelsey, if he comes back, that's just a good value. Even if he's lost a step, he's going to get some touchdowns. And when he's going at 190, that's not bad, man. I don't even think I need to get Jalen Naylor with this next round pick and pick 18 or round 18. But he's an option. ADP in this range really doesn't matter, especially this early in the year. But I mentioned these guys too, and I like them. If I'm going to draft a 5th running back, I'll push it for later. Trey Harris or Alec Iomanor. Better offense, less competition. Let's go Alec. I'll probably just try and draft them both, to be honest. But I think one of these guys has Cam Ward, or Cam Ward might have gone here. So, no, this guy had Cam Ward. So I would have expected him to take Alec Iomanor, even though he has Shimray DK as well. Yeah, Trey Harris is there. I'll take Trey Harris. That feels good to me. Keaton Mitchell showed some promise last year. Trey Harris, second year. The Chargers offense as a whole was disappointing last year and riddled with injuries. Keenan Allen, another year older, it was already falling off towards the end of last year. Trey Harris can get touchdowns, can make big plays, kind of similar to Isaac Tesla in a way like that. We got quite a few second-year guys here. Tesla, Alec, Trey Harris. To me, it really kind of feels like a changing of the guard in the league, honestly, where some of these young guys are going to take steps up. I don't like a lot of the guys who are older and showed regression in the past year or two. Rashad Bateman, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can get there. I probably should just draft a 5th running back. It's going to be more valuable than a 4th quarterback or 10th receiver. Who would I look for? Emmanuel Wilson, Probably just gonna play a bit. Jaden Blue, I can't get there. Najee Harris, I can't get there. Pacheco, can't do it. Rashard Smith, probably gonna have a role. But I also might just take a shot on some of these on like a random rookie. Jamari Taylor, he has a name that sounds good. Le'Veon Moss, Seth McGowan. Like some of these rookies are going to get buzz and going to get steamed up big time. I might just take Kalen Black. I don't know anything about him. I haven't seen any tape, but I have heard someone like him. So that seems like enough for me at this point. I'll take Jalen Naylor to stack up with JJ McCarthy. And then we'll just take a shot on one of these running backs. Why not? Jamari Taylor has a name. I really need to start looking at some of these guys and getting a feel for them. Jalen Naylor comes back to us. That feels like a good pick in the 19th round. I like this team. Thin at running back, but that's okay. One more pick. Do I have time for a second draft? Do I have time for a second draft? I kind of want to do a second draft. Jordan James goes. Let's take Kenyon Black. Do I have time for a second draft? I really want to do a second draft. Let's see. Let's see if we can get in one. Waiting for 4. Okay, I'll do this. If it goes by the time the other one's over, then I'll do the draft. I'll give it a couple minutes. See if we can squeeze it in. Let's check it out. Oh, I have to name this one too. We don't need to view the full draft. Let's look here. Jared Goff, CJ Stroud, JJ McCarthy, Ashton Jeanty, Breece Hall, Kyron Williams, Woody Marks, Kalen Black, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Mekhi Lemon, DK Metcalf, Ricky Pearsall, DJ Moore, Isaac Tesla, Alec Almanor, Trey Harris, Jalen Naylor, Kenyon Sadiq, Jake Ferguson, Juwan Johnson. I like this team. It's got a few rookies. We have Kalen Black. We have Mekhi Lemon and Kenyon Sadiq. So we're not going overboard. And this one filled. Okay, so I guess we are doing a second draft. Pick 2 as well. I don't know if I'm going to finish this one on stream. Probably won't. But maybe I'll do like half of it on stream. Drafts are fun. I want to do another draft. Let's name this one too. This was the one that we drafted yesterday. No, that's how we rename it. This is draft number 3/1/27 was yesterday. Streamed pick 1. That's what we'll call it. Okay, 2, 1, and we're going. Geez, these receivers are nice, like Puka, Jamar Chase, but I want to get my first Jahmyr Gibbs share. I haven't drafted Jahmyr Gibbs yet, and I want him on my team. We'll rename this one. This is draft number 4, 1/28. It's 8:09 p.m. Streamed draft. So he streamed all of our big boards. Little board, I did that one on stream, and I think I did this one just to myself, or I might have done this one on stream, the other one to myself. I don't remember. Jared Goff, CJ Stroud, JJ McCarthy. Yeah, our quarterback room definitely weak. But Ashton Jeanty, Brees Hall, Kyron, Woody Marks, and a rookie shot in the dark. Doesn't feel bad. St. Brown, the Lemon, DK, Ricky, Pearsall, DJ Moore, Tesla, Ellick, Trey Harris, Jalen Naylor. I like that receiver room a lot, especially when we went heavy at running back. I like that receiver room a lot. And you have a lot of upside. A lot of upside. Same thing at tight end, too. A lot of upside and decent floor. That feels good to me. Okay, let's see how this one's going. Bijan, Gibbs, Puka, Jason, Jamar Chase at pick 5, man. Like, is this going to be similar to last year where as long as you get a top 5 pick, you're feeling pretty good? We'll have to wait to find out. Omarion Hampton is a big question mark. Like, going that high in the second round is just pure projection based off of his rookie year. He's a very different back than Achane for Mike McDaniel to scheme up. But Mike McDaniel, talented. I'm sure he's going to do a good job at that. However, you've seen them like to use a second running back in LA. They didn't much in Miami. They did at times with Ollie Gordon and a little bit of Jalen Wright. But we'll see. Saquon, can definitely see him having a bounce back season in the second round. That feels good. I would love Brock Bowers to come back to me. George Pickens would feel pretty good. Then we got some question marks at the other receivers. I might try and get A.J. Brown in this draft as well. Give me Pickens. I'll be happy with it. I don't know if I can draft Derrick Henry. He's got to fall off eventually, right? Like, we see him start to fumble a lot more. There we go. George Pickens. We'll take him. We'll take George Pickens. Then I'm probably going to come back with another receiver in this third round, even though some of the running backs feel pretty good. Chris Olave goes. Do I just take Derrick Henry or Chase Brown? Gosh, this is a hard decision. Like, at the next round, I just hate the running backs. So I kind of want to take a running back. Let's just take Chase Brown. I like Chase Brown. Even though, like, he was splitting carries a lot of the time. But when the Bengals had such a down year and Joe Burrow was injured, we saw that impact Chase Brown's value quite a lot. And then when Burrow came back healthy, he got used a lot more. His running lanes opened up a bit, started getting those longer rushes, and was very trusted by Joe Burrow in the passing game. You see him get passing touchdowns frequently. You see him get some downfield targets, those check down passes. It's just a question mark for what they're going to do with a backup running back. Samaje Perine, not the most talented guy, but got used like one for sure. Oh, blitzology. Blitzology. For some reason, this guy is in so many of my drafts. I don't know if we just drafted at the same time or what, but blitzology is like my nemesis, and he doesn't know it at all. It's kind of like when you're in the gym and there's just that one guy who you decide is like you just have beef with almost, or like your competition or something like that, and they have no idea. That's what blitzology is to me in terms of drafting. Devontae Adams, another year older. I'll take Lad McConkey over him. JMO in the fourth round. Smash. Give me JMO in the fourth round all day. If we could somehow get Zay Flowers and Lamar Jackson, I'd feel pretty good about that. How are we looking? Because we got two running backs early. If Devonta Smith, Zay Flowers come back, I'd probably take Colson Loveland too. Of course, I mentioned Zay Flowers, and who takes him? My nemesis, Blitzology. You just had to do it to me, man. Like, literally, no one's watching this live stream right now, but I would not be surprised if the only person that ends up watching is Blitzology and it's just to fuck me. And he has no idea about it. I don't know why. That's just funny to me. These running backs, Henderson, Scatabo, Harvey, all going into their second year, like they don't feel good in this range to me whatsoever. I've taken Harvey just out of desperation, but it does not feel good to me. If Lamar Jackson's there, I'm probably just taking him. I don't think I've drafted Lamar Jackson yet, and I'm taking him over Drake May. Let's do it. Let's get Lamar. He had a down year, but he's Lamar fucking Jackson, okay? And then who do we want to get with our next pick? Might take Egbuka. I don't think I want to take a rookie in Tate or the Lemon here. Christian Watson, I just don't like because I'm a Lions fan. He has an injury history as well. Roma Dunze, question marks. I think Egbuka is the most upside in this range. Even though he fell off hard last year, as in like the second half of the year, I think that's a lot to do with the injury he sustained, the injury Baker sustained, and the Tampa Bay Bucks offense. Oh, excuse me. Just kind of falling apart as a whole. Wow, Ramondre Stevenson at pick 52. Okay, this is why we wanted to draft Gibbs and Chase Brown earlier because of this. Wow, he went Henderson and Stevenson. You just had to get that handcuff. That feels horrendous to me. In the fourth and fifth round, getting two teammates in the running back position. Yeah, I don't know. The second round running backs, we expect them to take a leap, but seems expensive. Seems like a lot of projection. They haven't showed that much promise, really. Okay, I wonder how much I'm gonna draft. Because I gotta get some things done. Is my stream lagging? Is this stream lagging? What's going on? Are we lagging? To the 0 people watching? Might be. That's not great. May need to update my Wi-Fi. Get some faster Wi-Fi now that I'm streaming. Or it was just my phone that I'm looking at. Oh well, literally no one's watching anyways. So that's cool. Drake May we're seeing fall a lot. He was going early in the 4th round when these drafts started, and I was not having it. I was saying I cannot take him in the 4th round. Not at all. Very talented player, extremely consistent this last year, but doesn't get designed runs really. And we saw how he performed against the Broncos in the playoffs. He had like 80 yards passing or something like that in the game. And he had a really easy schedule this past year. Not trying to hate on Drake May, but when you're not playing as well against higher competition, I get it's the playoffs, but that shows. It'll be interesting to see how he plays in the Super Bowl. Because again, the Seattle Seahawks defense is nothing to laugh at. They're one of the best. You know, the Broncos and Seahawks defense, and then Texans he played as well. So those are kind of some of the best defenses. And played pretty well against the Texans, all considering. But at that price, doesn't feel that good to me. Kyle Pitts, another guy who was going in like the 4th round or something when these drafts opened, or maybe the 5th. But I was saying absolutely not. I cannot get behind that whatsoever. Alec Pierce goes. There goes Kyle Pitts. Might just take a tight end here. Tyler Warren. That feels like a good pick. There's no difference between taking him here and taking him there. And feels like good value. So we have a very balanced start. And we definitely need a receiver with our next pick. Do we take Michael Wilson? I don't know. Do we trust that he actually keeps playing well? I kind of want to take Ricky Pearsall. Let's just reach up for him. Why not? I think Ricky Pearsall has a higher upside ceiling than Michael Wilson does, as long as he can stay healthy. That's the biggest thing, because he had injury concerns in college. I mean, he got shot his rookie year, which is clearly not his fault. Brian Thomas, we could have taken as well. Maybe he just had a down year and he bounces back. But I'll go Ricky Pearsall right here. Why not? I was pretty big on him last year and looked like he was going to smash if he stayed healthy. There goes Michael Wilson to Rennie Chapa. Joe Burrow pick 68 feels so good. That's such a massive discount. Like, people were tripping over themselves hoping that he would fall back to them there last year. And then he just got hurt, but came back and was an absolute stud. I don't think he deserves to be discounted for that reason. QJ, I can't do it. QJ in the 7th round, I can't do it. Like, I'm happy to take Ricky Pearsall over all these guys. Denzel Boston could go to a great situation because I've seen him mocked late in the 1st round, which is where you're going to get the more talented teams. I could definitely see New England getting a receiver late in the 1st round. Harold Fanning continues to fall too, which I hope he does because that's going to be a good pick. If he's going in the like if he falls to, like the ninth round or something like that, that feels really nice. Um, hmm. We've taken a really balanced approach to this draft. It would be good just to smash receiver. If Myers or DJ Moore comes back to us, that'll most certainly be the pick. Could just go Sam Laporta and feel really confident with our two tight ends. Get some team correlation with Jahmyr Gibbs as well. And then we have just some floor receivers here, and Shakir. Wandale showed some spike ability, but did he just have a one-off year? I don't know. Still didn't have that many touchdowns. Like, I was a Wandale hater last year. I was wrong. No shame in saying that. When we started with two running backs in Jahmyr Gibbs, Chase Brown, I don't think we need to get another one right here. But the running backs down the board don't feel great. Although I like these values right here. Tyler Algier rising up. I like those values at that turn as well. Give me one of these receivers. We just need a receiver. These guys have a name. Give me DJ Moore. I'll probably take DJ Moore, Sam Laporta. Blake Corum feels pretty good too. Sam Laporta gets taken from us. There goes Stafford. So, yeah, I'm happy with DJ Moore. And then with our next pick, like Blake Corum feels good. If not, I'll probably take Wandale, Shakir, or Worthy. Because the receivers later, they don't feel great either. So do we want our fifth receiver or our third running back? That's a tough one. Like Shakir, we expect to get more competition. And he's just like, he's not going to win you the competition. That's the thing. Like, we're trying to win this, right? Okay, Blake Corum just gets taken. Xavier Worthy, he had like a little slump. He got hurt. Let's go with him. He has the most upside, in my opinion. The Chiefs' offense as a whole was just so bad last year. Patrick Mahomes gets taken right after him. Lamar, Gibbs, Chase Brown, George Pickens, Igbuka, Pearsall, DJ Moore, Xavier Worthy, Tyler Warren as our tight end. Feels like a pretty good team, pretty balanced. Next turn, we're going to be looking at some of these running backs. Yeah, these running backs in this range feel good to me. They feel like the best picks. I could think about another quarterback as well. Purdy, he's gone. Purdy just got taken there. Yeah, I wouldn't expect Purdy to come all the way back to me. He was running the ball too. So Jared Goff, he correlates with Gibbs. Gibbs gets a lot of work in the passing game. Then after the next turn, I think I might hop off. I might hop off after this and finish the draft off stream. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that. Woody Marks gets taken. So we'll see. We'll take our next picks, and then I think I'm going to hop off. I have to get some things done. And maybe I'll review this team at the start of tomorrow's live stream. Oh, it says we have 2 watching. Did someone just join? Okay, if someone just joined, I will finish the stream right now. Say what's up. Please say what's up in the comments. It says we have 2 people watching. One of them is myself on my phone to monitor the stream. So if someone else is actually here, please say what's up. I love you. You're my only viewer. You could be my first official subscriber too. I would love you even more. We're streaming every day just for fun. We're having fun here. Golf might be nice too. Oh, Baker actually. No, I would like Baker with my next pick. Is this guy possibly going to take Baker? Shouldn't. So I think I'm going to take a running back here and then go Baker. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's go Detroit run game, assuming David Montgomery stays in Detroit. I like that. That feels good to me. And then give me Baker Mayfield. This guy takes Tyler Shug, so he's almost certainly not taking Baker at this point. Pair up with Chris Olave, Kenyon Sadiq. Okay, I like this. You know what? Fuck it. I'll finish this draft on stream. I like this team. Lamar Jackson, Baker Mayfield, Jahmyr Gibbs, Chase Brown, David Montgomery. And if David Montgomery goes to another team too, then that's just a good value. That's just a good value. He could easily be like half the league's RB1 at this point, or just be a 1B in a way that'll get used more than in Detroit, just because Jahmyr Gibbs is hard to take off the field. He's just so good. I'm going to be stopping at 2 quarterbacks for sure when we have Lamar Jackson and Baker Mayfield. I don't feel like I need a stack with Lamar Jackson. And we have a nice stack with Emeka Egbuka. And yeah, a guy who I like later is Jalen McMillan. Casey Concepcion too. Like, I've seen him mocked in the first round of drafts. And if he goes in the first round, then he's going to shoot up draft boards. So if we get him in the next turn, we can get our first share of him. Rashid Shaheed is also a nice value here, in my opinion. Tyrone Tracy, Tajay Spears don't feel like bad picks. Jalen McMillan can be on our draft board. Jordan Mason might be like break glass in case of emergency. Hey, Damon. Hi, buddy. Man, I love having my kitties in the back of my stream too. It's dark, so you might not be able to see them well, but I love that. Casey Concepcion gets taken. I might try and get some shares of him just for the reason that I would expect him to shoot up draft boards. I can't do George Kittle. I can't do it. He's going to fall as time goes on when it gets more cloudy with his injury concerns, I'm sure. Kenneth Gainwell. Is he going to get used the same now that Arthur Smith is gone? I don't know. Malik Willis at 136, bro. Like, that's just pure projection at this point and wish casting. And then Kyler Murray for Blitzology, bro. Okay, I'm happy as well that I got Lamar and Baker Mayfield. That feels good to me. Rashid Shaheed, phenomenal value. Tyreek Hill goes. Okay, I'm probably taking Jalen McMillan first, actually, considering this guy has 4 running backs here. And the double stack with the younger receivers feels good to me. I like Tyrone Tracy, especially because I don't like Cam Scadbo next year, but I'm going to take Jalen McMillan first and then hope that Tracy comes back to us. If not, I'd take Kenneth Gainwell. There goes Kenny Gainwell. This guy's not going to take a 6th running back. There's no way, right? Right, Brady 22? Right, Brady 22? Yeah. Okay, I feel good about this. I like this team a lot, actually. Our wide receiver room might not look the best, but they're all really young except for DJ Moore, and kind of expect all these guys to perform better next year than they did this past year. Maybe Pickens could take a bit of a step back with a healthy CD Lamb for the whole year, but showed great chemistry with Dak Prescott and almost seemed like a more favorite target sometimes than CeeDee Lamb. Oh, we're back down to one viewer. Our viewer left. That's a bummer. Oh well. Thanks for tuning in, man. We had someone stop by. That's cool. You gotta stop somewhere. Or gotta start somewhere. Maybe I will just finish the rest of this off stream now. Yeah, I gotta get some stuff done. Okay. Well, I'm gonna finish the rest of this off stream, but to anyone who might be watching ever, thank you. Please like, please subscribe, leave a comment, tell someone about it, tell your mom. I love you. Joy is beautiful. Take care, babies. Why the fuck did I just call you babies? Sorry, that's so weird. Please no one watch this.